Hi, I wanted to talk about emotions today. That's one of the toughest things about meditation. Um, it's one of the toughest things about life. Dealing with emotions, not dealing with emotions, and what we do with the habits that we create to avoid dealing with what's here now. In meditation, you really want to invoke the witness that is asking what's here now, the curious observer. So just say you're doing a simple breath meditation where you're focused on your breathing, simple in and out of the breath, noticing it. In order to notice it, you have to invoke the witness, what's here now. And so often when the mind chatter pops in, what's really happening is there's a part of you avoiding what is here. What are you feeling? So if you find yourself popping into your head with thoughts or distractions, I know what will happen for me. Sometimes I get the urge to, I'm just gonna, part of me I can feel that urge to, go do some little thing or, something, just the impulse. There's this impulse to jump up. So to observe it. What's here now? What am I feeling? What am I feeling? Maybe it's an ache in the heart. Maybe it's exhaustion, some kind of distress, a feeling wanting to give up, not knowing, whatever, whatever it is for you. We keep coming back to the curiosity, because that's the only way through it. If we allow ourselves to keep jumping up or keep distracting ourselves, and that's where addictions pop in. Addictions pop in everyday life of, I'm going to sit down and watch TV, and hours later, or, it's one more episode, oh, just one more, or eating something, stuffing your feelings down. Whatever you use to avoid. Sometimes it's just busying yourself to avoid what's really going on inside, to really avoid dealing with the situation. We easily get into addictive patterns that way. Just like smoking, drinking. Those are common addictions. But there's so many addictive patterns that are socially acceptable. Most often we don't even realize we're in them. But meditation can be a really good tool for helping you to recognize those impulses. Whether it's the impulse to pick up a cigarette, have a drink, eat cookies, just keeping busy, taking time every day to get still and feel what's here now. And notice if there's a struggle, just notice it. Letting go of the judgment. Noticing the judgment. My God, there must be something wrong with me. Why can't I do this right? Remembering that meditation is a practice. It's okay if you can't sit there perfectly for 10 or 20 minutes. That's okay. The fact that you are in the practice of being present with yourself, it's okay that you feel those urges. That's great that you notice them, because it's like a muscle. You know, the more you do it, the better it'll get. The more you'll learn about yourself. You're expanding conscious awareness. You may not have been aware before of those impulses. You've just expanded awareness of yourself. So that's a good thing. So then you may ask, why? I need insight. I need insight into what I'm avoiding. I need insight into the pain that I'm feeling. So often we're afraid that we're just going to fall into this abyss of emotion. So set your timer. Set your timer. Say, I'm going to take 10 minutes to see what's here now. To be curious about it and see if it has something more that it can reveal to me. So if you have that ache in your heart, be willing to listen for 10 minutes. You have that timer that goes, okay, I'm not gonna fall into this abyss, this pain, this discomfort forever. I'm just gonna keep being curious and willing to listen. So I always say, it's like, what would you be willing to do for a loved one, a really good friend, if they come to you with a problem? Can you sit and listen to them? Can you just be present? So with meditation, you're doing that for yourself. You're loving yourself enough to practice listening, to practice hearing. So our body speaks to us in sign language, right? We might have that ache in the chest, or maybe you notice that your knees hurt. You have a pain in the neck. So you can practice sitting quietly and bringing your full attention to wherever that discomfort is in your body. And if you have multiple discomforts, pick one at a time. Pick one at a time and focus, close your eyes, bring your attention into your breath, and ask, what are you trying to tell me? I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to feel what's here. And as you do that, the discomfort may, most likely, will get more intense. But allow yourself that time to listen and to see what comes. Maybe a thought will pop into your head, an image. Maybe nothing in particular will happen in that moment, but the fact that you've opened the door with your willingness insight might come later on. Just be curious and open to see what shows up and how it shows up. Maybe it'll show up by somebody saying something. Maybe you'll have an aha moment at another time when somebody's talking to you, or something will just pop into your head. But the wisdom is within you. The insight is there for you. It's just a matter of having the patience and the time to give to yourself. Sometimes it's helpful to have support in the process, and that's why healers exist. Now, I'm a graduate of the Barbara Brennan School of Healing. I have my Reiki Master Attunements, a graduate of quantum healing, hypnosis therapy, all good ways to be with somebody through their process, to hold space. That's one of the biggest things that I've learned, especially through the Barbara Brennan work, is to hold space and energy for someone to come to insights and to help clear those issues. Allowing the energy to move, acknowledging it. Healing is possible, but we have to be willing to go there. So none of this work is a magic wand. It takes willingness. So are you willing to put in the time and energy to make those changes? Are you ready for change? Are you willing to love yourself that much? Has your life become really painful? Physically, emotionally. Sometimes we just become so exhausted on multiple levels. So if you're ready for change, you can do some things to help yourself. And it can be really important to reach out to somebody for support in your process, to help you see the forest for the trees. Because sometimes we're telling ourselves stories that aren't serving us. And it can be really helpful to have somebody reflect something different back to you that will help you to move on and let go. So if you want to learn more about energy healing through Brennan Healing Science or quantum healing hypnosis, you can visit my website at www.innerwisdomhealingarts.org. I also offer free 15-20 minute sessions over the phone to talk to you about maybe what you're dealing with, see if we're a good fit. Is it time for change? Let's take the time.